Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the play-in matchup between the Timberwolves and the Lakers. The Timberwolves currently are holding the 8th seed, yet their team seems to be imploding at the wrong time. However, the Lakers are peaking at the right time as they have won 9 out of their last 11 games. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. Who will win the play-in matchup? Timberwolves or Lakers? And honestly, when you look at these two teams, it seems like it's going to be pretty obvious who's going to win it to me. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Los Angeles Lakers to win this game because of the fact that they have the better roster, the better coach, the better players, more experience when you compare the Timberwolves and the Lakers. When you look at these two teams, the Los Angeles Lakers, they are peaking at the right time. They are playing the best basketball late in the season, which is exactly what you want come playoff time. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are on the verge of imploding. When they trade away all those pieces for Rudy Gobert last year, they were expected to become title contenders. I said at the time this was going to be the worst trade in NBA history. And so far, that is what it has proven out to be. Not only did the Timberwolves mortgage their future, it seems like they didn't even get better as a basketball team overall. Rudy Gobert has actually made the Minnesota Timberwolves a worse team. Speaking of Rudy Gobert, he will not be playing in today's matchup between the Timberwolves and the Lakers because he decided that it was a good idea to punch a teammate named Kyle Anderson in the huddle during a timeout in the season finale against the New Orleans Pelicans. If you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, you've got to be shaking your head right now. So you're thinking, man, I traded away all those pieces, all those players, all those draft picks, so I can trade for a guy that won't even be available in the play-in tournament? Rudy Gobert on its own doesn't even sound like a difference maker anyways. I know Rudy Gobert, he's been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate year in and year out, but those are fraudulent awards that this guy is contending for. Why do I say that? Because Rudy Gobert never shows up when it matters most. Rudy Gobert literally scammed teams out of $200 million. Rudy Gobert, he's a good basketball player sometimes, but not at the current contract that he is at. Rudy Gobert isn't even all that to begin with. Yet, the way that he is getting treated, he got freaking traded for more value than what Kevin Durant got. And Kevin Durant's one of the best players on the planet. When you talk about Kevin Durant, he's a top 5 basketball player right now in the NBA, and that's at worst. When you talk about Rudy Gobert, is he even the best center in basketball right now? Heck no. He's not even the best center in the Western Conference. So when you look at it from that perspective, you're wondering why the Minnesota Timberwolves traded all that to get Rudy Gobert. He hasn't been a difference maker. He's been terrible for them. And when you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves, they are a team in disarray. When you compare them to the Los Angeles Lakers definitely have the better roster. It's not even a question. You look at the Los Angeles Lakers roster, they've got LeBron James, they've got Anthony Davis, they've added some nice pieces with D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt. They've got Austin Reeves, a solid sharpshooter. They've got Dennis Schroeder, who provides some solid playmaking. They've got Malik Beasley, who can make stuff happen. This Lakers team has nice depth on it. And when you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves, you think exactly the opposite. They've got Anthony Edwards. He's a good basketball player. I'll give him that. I'll give the credit to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where credit is due, for picking him at number 1 overall. I know a lot of people did not agree with that decision back then, but Anthony Edwards has proven that he's absolutely worth the first pick. And they've got Karl Anthony Towns, and Mike Conley is good sometimes. But outside of those 3 players, the Minnesota Timberwolves don't have what it takes. One of their best defenders, Jaden McDaniels, he's not going to be playing in the play-in tournament today. You know why? Because he thought it was a good idea to punch the wall at halftime of the season finale against the New Orleans Pelicans. The way that the Minnesota Timberwolves imploded, you would have thought that they got blown out to the New Orleans Pelicans in the season finale. But what ended up happening was the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves, ironically enough, ended up winning this game, which might actually hurt the Timberwolves even more. And I say that because now, instead of getting to play against the OKC Thunder or something like that, now they got to play against the Los Angeles Lakers. And they do not match up well against them whatsoever. You want to talk about playoff experience, you want to talk about depth, you want to talk about length, you want to talk about player to player, you want to talk about coach to coach. The Los Angeles Lakers own them. And more importantly, the Lakers are the ones that have the home game. This is at LA. Now, if this game was at Minnesota, I wouldn't even feel confident in the Timberwolves to win this game anyways. But at LA, forget about it. And I've seen how much the Lakers are favored right now. They're favored by 6.5, something like that. It's like 6.5, 7.5. I'm wondering why is it not like 10.5, 11.5? Because honestly, I don't think this game is going to be close. When I say the Lakers win by double digits in a play-in matchup, I think that I am being too generous to the Minnesota Timberwolves. When you look at this LA Lakers team, they know how to play basketball together. together. They know what it takes to win big games. As for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they have no idea how to play in big games, and they don't know how to have good chemistry together whatsoever. When I look at this Timberwolves team, this is an implosion waiting to happen if it hasn't already happened. The thing for the Timberwolves is, I don't even think the worst for them is to come yet. I would not be surprised if the Minnesota Timberwolves get blown out in back-to-back playing games. That's how fractured I think the Minnesota Timberwolves are. And when you look at this LA Lakers team, yes, they're a 7th seed, but they're not a true 7th seed. They're only the 7th seed because they were held back by Russell Westbrook at the beginning of the year. Had they traded Russell Westbrook sooner, the Los Angeles Lakers would be in a far better position. This Lakers team is not 7th seed worthy. If this Lakers squad had been what it is now at the beginning of the year without Russell Westbrook and with those pieces, this Lakers team would be a top 4 team in the Western Conference. I have zero doubt about that. That's how good I think this Lakers roster has been. They've been really good since the All-Star break, and they've been playing really good to end the year. Darvin Ham's guys buying in on defense, and the offense is showing up as well. As long as LeBron James and Anthony Davis take care of business, this should not even be a question mark whether the Lakers should win this game. The only question there should be is, are they going to blow out the Minnesota Timberwolves? I think the Los Angeles Lakers are going to win this game by 13 points, and I feel like I'm only saying this because I don't want to predict a 20-point-something blowout, because nobody likes to see blowout games in playing games. I got the LA Lakers winning this game by the score of 115 to 102. I got the Timberwolves scoring 102 points, while I got the Lakers scoring 115 points. Honestly, it feels like I'm giving the Minnesota Timberwolves too much credit here. I think the Los Angeles Lakers are just going to blow them out from start to finish. I don't think the Timberwolves stand much of a chance against the LA Lakers. The only way I could see the Timberwolves winning the game is, well, they got to injure LeBron James or Anthony Davis or something like that. If they don't injure one of those two, though, during the game, though, which is unlikely to happen, well, they're not going to win this game. I'm just going to keep it real. I think the LA Lakers are going to win this game, and I can't recall the last time I've been that confident about a playing game, because that's how much I feel like the Timberwolves are on the verge of imploding if they haven't already imploded yet. The Timberwolves are playing bad basketball this late into the season. The Lakers are playing great basketball this late into the season. This equates to easy Lakers win. That's how I'm seeing it. So that is why the Lakers will win the play-in matchup against the Timberwolves, as the Lakers are just flat out better than the Timberwolves right now. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinTran and @SportsGuyTalking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.